Alright, shalom, shalom, shalom. First, and we give honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah, the honors to the elders, apostles, of great millstone. Peace and salutations to my fellow Akim Akwat out there that follow Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai with truth and sincerity. I like to say shalom. The Wadi Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, for giving me the opportunity to come out here again. Another camp day, another day to bring out the name of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, and preach unto the elect, whoever they may be. So, that's a man. Oh, fuck, that's a man. Got two live. Nigga be doing pull-ups, drinking Starbucks and pull-ups. That's also that, whatever that thing is, Starbucks and pull-ups. Let me grab some scriptures real quick, man. I'm just fooling around, but let me grab something real quick. What's the description? I can grab this. This is Amos 8 and 11. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, that will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor thirst for water, but hearing the words of the Lord, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So, hey, the Lord is going to send a huge famine, and not just a famine of bread and water, because that's coming too, but hearing the words of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, which is the words that coming from the elders and apostles, great millstone, and brothers on down. And you see Israelite brothers, for example, like me, out here preaching, and not just by themselves, but with a group of brothers, and not just any Israelite brother. I mean, specifically GMS brothers and affiliate brothers on down that's preaching the 100% doctrine. When you see us out here, man, that's a sign that the Lord is extending His hand out to Israelites, no matter what you look like. All right, but it's coming to a time where that hand is going to be, it's going to ball up a fist and boom, right in your face, man, or it's going to pull back. Like, that's it. And that's going to be a time of the famine of the word, because Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is tired of just talking. He's about to start doing, man. Okay. Because you niggas, man, you 2/3, you heathens, y'all not gonna be saved. Y'all just gonna have to die. And whoever survives this destruction, you'll be sent to slavery. But speaking to you Israelites, you jakes, man, y'all just slap the Lord's hand like it's 24/7. Okay? Shalom, brother. All right, same thing to you. May the Lord grant you spiritual power and salvation. All right, pray that the Lord give you the spiritual power to fly. No, I know brother be like talking about Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that. Hey, the Lord gonna make the brother Chikamaru turn to a whole Super Saiyan. But and I'm gonna get in that topic later. But back to what I was saying, the elect is the only thing that matters. And you 2/3, you heathens, you jakes, y'all slap the Lord's hand away. But specifically you jakes, man, like I said, the heathens, y'all are not important. Okay, y'all just cattle, y'all just spittle. But you jakes, y'all just slap the Lord's hand away. But guess what? Judgment is going to be upon you. So I let these two trucks go by. But yeah, man, the famine of the word is here. And one thing about the famine of the word is also on the internet. It's also on the internet. Okay, the internet is the biggest thing on the planet. Everybody on this planet has access to the internet, but eventually it's going to shut down. Okay, eventually YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, all that shit gonna be shutting down, man, permanently, forever. And you're not going to receive the news, the wisdom and knowledge of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. You're not going to receive any news. Okay, you're not going to receive Fox News or CNN News or CBS News or what's another one I can think of? ABC News. But The true news is the scriptures. And the understanding of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh, you're not going to receive none of that, man. Because you walk by, you laugh, you scoff, you mock the Akim and Akwak. I mean, you mock the Akim, you Akwak, y'all staying silent, but the Akim that's doing this work, y'all, you laugh and mock and scoff at him. But that's okay. Because we're going to be laughing and mocking at you when your calamity cometh, man. This Proverbs 126, it says, I will also laugh. That's an old car, man. That's crazy. That's an old ass car, man. But it's beautiful. It's a very historical car. But this is Proverbs 126. I will also laugh at your calamity. I will also laugh at your calamity, and I'll mock when your fear cometh. So right, the Lord's gonna mock and laugh at you when your fear cometh, man. Okay. Because Jake like to talk shit. Jake like to mock, laugh, scoff, bust on people. The Lord's gonna be mocking, laughing, and scoffing at you when your greatest fears is right around the corner. You're not gonna handle it, man. The majority of people are not gonna handle when their greatest fears are right around the corner. There's people that are afraid of spiders. But guess what? In Jacob's trouble, there's gonna be a giant on a spider chasing you, man. There's some people that are afraid of nighttime or the dark. But guess what? Dark spirits gonna be chasing you, man. It says that the apparitions, all right? It says the scriptures speak about apparitions, man. What people will call in the modern terms ghost. Okay, and that image of a ghost is not some spirit with a cloth over it and saying boo. Nah, man. All right, apparitions is some spiritual beings that would make you, scared a little bit, shout you, man. Make you showing yourself just by looking at them. Okay. That's the type of beings and creatures and demons that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh got in store for you people, man. So the Lord's gonna laugh when your greatest fear cometh, man. Newly created creatures. I'm gonna grab that real quick. This is yep. This is Wisdom of Solomon. And 11 and 18, sorry, 17, to give y'all the whole, to give y'all the whole roll. It says, for thy almighty hand that made the world of matter without form, wanted not means to send among them a multitude of bears and fierce lions. And right, the Most High is the one that created the world without matter. He created this whole world. He even gave the world various animals that eat grass, that are known as omnivores, that eat vegetation, that are known as omnivores. And he created animals that are carnivores. They eat other animals. They eat flesh. All right. Look at what Esau called a dinosaur. Those dinosaurs do exist, but they're either called leviathans or behemoths. Okay. But dinosaur, the word dinosaur goes back to dinosaur. All right. And I believe in the Greek or Latin, dinosaur means terrible lizard. See, complete demon. Dinosaur, which means complete terrible demon. Shalaki, terrible lizard. And Shalak Rayam, Shalak Mashapayim, on those three, man. I'm fucking demons, because they know what they were doing, man. That's why when they make these movies like Jurassic Park, or a lot of these dinosaur movies, people will run. But if you actually do your research, if you ever read the book, Jurassic Park was meant to be a horror movie. It wasn't meant to be a movie where all the family could go and watch a big, huge dinosaur scream at the screen. No, man. Jurassic Park was supposed to be a horror movie, which they don't tell you that, but the book was more terrifying than the movie, man. Okay? The Jurassic Park, that whole franchise was basically telling you why man shouldn't mess with nature. There's even Jeff Goldblum, which he's a Jake. Out of everybody in the movie, he had a clearer mind. All right, when they was sitting down at that dinner table and they was having a dinner and they was talking about how, and that was Satan, man. How the fuck would you do? Why would you? That's just Satan, man. Fucking screaming and shit. But in a movie where Jeff Goldblum and all them Edomites were sitting around having dinner, out of everybody, which is explaining, you know, the DNA copying and genetics of how dinosaurs was created by mosquitoes that were covered in sap, tree sap. Jeff Goldblum, he said, "Hey, this is amazing, but eventually something's going to happen where nature is going to shift, where nature's going to take care. It's going to take control." Okay, and the dinosaurs represented nature. They lost control. Now when you watch movies on later where dinosaurs are now free and terrorizing people, and Jeff Goldblum, he was a Jake. He had a better understanding. But that's why that's the basically Jurassic Park. The whole franchise was basically telling the theme of it is why man versus nature, why man shouldn't why man shouldn't control nature, and why dinosaurs shouldn't be seen as something that's cool and awesome. No, they're terrifying creatures. Okay. This is Wisdom of Solomon 11:18, where unknown wild beasts, full of rage, newly created, breathing out either a fiery vapor or a filthy sense of scattering smoke, or shooting horrible sparks out of their eyes. So that's what the Lord is about to send. He's about to send terrifying creatures that you can't even imagine, man. Okay? You can't even imagine, man. You can't even grasp in your mind. When like that movie, the movie The Mist. All right, they was all going to, you know, the market. The father and son went to the market with the Jake, and then the newly created creatures started attacking everybody. Which they later, at first, they called it a mist attack. They thought it was like a little weather problem, like a little just a big huge mist. But eventually, they started seeing things that were not of this world, that were otherworldly, and that's what's about to happen. These people are about to see things that are terrifyingly otherworldly. The term is called Eldritch. Okay, that's the term Eldritch. Eldritch is basically what's his name? Lovecraft. What's his name? That writer, Lovecraft, that author. What's his name? H.P. Lovecraft. That's he's I believe he's an Edomite, but he created this genre of writing of stories of creatures and monsters that possibly you can't even imagine in a human level. Okay, like the character Cthulhu. That's Eldritch. Okay, because when you see Cthulhu, when you read the book of H.P. Lovecraft, when you see Cthulhu, you'll go mad. Okay, you'll lose your mind. Because your human mind cannot grasp the power and the visage of Cthulhu. Hey, Yahweh is Eldritch. Okay? He's an Eldritch God, man. If in this mortal body, if we see Yahweh, we'll die, man. Why do you think he told Moses not to turn around and take your shoes off when he saw the burning bush? Okay, because Yahweh is a very powerful being, man. So powerful that the human mind cannot grasp it. That's why Yahweh Shai is in the works. That's why Yahweh Shai is the mediator. He's the bridge from the children of Israel to their God, Yahweh Ahshamiah Raahwaban. So you need Yahweh Shai to get to the Father. For those that don't want to accept Yahweh Shai. Okay, so the Lord is sending out wild beasts full of rage, monsters that you have never seen, that mythologies throughout the world claim them as just mythological creatures, but they're actual beings, man. Okay, Leviathan. I keep on don't forget. I gotta remind myself, like, amen. These latter days, we're about to see Leviathan, man. And Lord's will, the Lord give us the spiritual power that to help us, grasp, enhancedly grasp the visage, the apparel of Leviathan. Because these people, their heart's gonna stop when they see a ginormous monster bigger than the fucking Empire State Building. They gonna lose their shit, man. Imagine all the monster movies like King Kong, Godzilla, Cloverfield, all that wrapped up into one, man. That's Leviathan. Okay? Oh, beautiful. That's a hawk. I just heard a hawk scream. That's beautiful. But, hey, man, that's what we're about to see is Leviathan. All right, what people will call, I heard this once quote about how they call Leviathan God's pet fish. All right, and Leviathan is the Most High's pet fish, man. Now, there's two different meanings of Leviathan. Leviathan, like, is two meanings. It's one as an actual Leviathan and as a species. Okay, this is Job 41:1. Okay, because the dinosaurs are known as Leviathan. All right, sea dinosaurs like the Mosasaurus. That's a Leviathan. There's many sea monsters and sea creatures like Godzilla. That's a Leviathan. Okay, I'm just saying as like how we're called Jacob. There was an actual, it was the, like a plural sense as a people. We're called Jacob, but Jacob, the actual person, is named Jacob. If you know what I mean. So there's an actual creature that's named Leviathan. Okay, an individual creature that's named Leviathan, and he's the king of all the sea monsters. That's where they get the idea of Godzilla from. Okay, like the Megalodon, that's Leviathan. But this ginormous creature that God created, the world England called God, Yahweh by Ahshamiah Raahwaban created. Okay, the ultimate king of monsters, Leviathan. Okay, as the individual, as the creature, the being. All right, Leviathan. Hey man, he's not something that you could just play with, man. But the other creatures that are massive and ginormous, just like him, are named after him. Okay, but that whole realm of creatures, like that whole classification of creatures, are called Leviathan because they're named after the actual creature named that known as Leviathan. If I'm just keep on saying the same thing, so for those that understand, it's Job 41:1. It says, "Canst thou draw out Leviathan with the hook, or his tongue with the cord which thou lettest down?" Right, Leviathan ain't no small fish. You could just throw a little fishing rod in a lake and just. Nah, man. He's bigger than that, man. Okay? You'll make hey man, Leviathan is so big, he gonna make us look like ants, man. That's how big he is. I was watching this movie called Pacific Rim. Those are an example, those creatures, those ginormous kaijus, that's the term kaiju, those are Leviathans, man. Even when you watch the MonsterVerse of Godzilla franchise, those are no, they'll be called behemoths. But the sea creatures will be called Leviathans, Shalakia. They'll be called behemoths because they're ginormous land animals. But in the movie Pacific Rim, all those creatures that was in the movie, they were as a classification of Leviathan. Okay? So the Bible, amen, the Bible, man, is something that it's a whole huge book that is gonna be hard to understand. And so it's Job 41. Job. Like, all right, another example. That's another example that just popped in my head. Like how all cats on the planet are known as felines, but you got lions, you got tigers, you got jaguars, pumas, house cats. Okay, you got lynx, bobcats, but they're all considered felines. They're all in that classification. So it's the same thing with Leviathan. You got dinosaurs, you got mosasaurs, you got many creatures that live in the sea and land on land. Now, people like to declassify dinosaurs because Esau, here's the thing, if Esau can't see it, he's just classified as extinct or non-exist. But he's about to see those things, man. I'm gonna grab this, I'm gonna grab Job 41 and that GMT. Job 41 in the GNT. Can you catch Leviathan with a fish hook or tie his tongue down with a rope? Can you put a rope around his snout or put a hook through his jaws? Right, he's not some creature, some shark. No, man. Okay, that's a whole different sea creature, man. A whole different realm, man, that we can't even imagine. This is 3. Will he beg you to let him go? Right, because when you catch a fish, the fish trying to get out of your hand so he can jump back in the water. And a promise to serve you forever. When you tie him up like a pet bird or something to amuse your servant women, will fishermen bargain over him? Right. You know how you go to a fish market, you know, they'll bargain over different types of fish. Okay, I got salmon, I got tuna, I got this, that, and the third, man. But the Leviathan is nothing. He's not something like that. He's the king of the sea, man. Okay, Can you fill his hide with fishing spears or pierce his head with a harpoon? Touch him once and you will never try it again. You will never forget the fight. Anyone who sees Leviathan loses courage and falls to the ground. When he is aroused, he is fierce. No one will dare to stand before him. Who can attack him and still be safe? No one in all the world can do it. Let them tell you about Leviathan's legs and describe how great and strong he is. So, hey, man, Leviathan, hey, man, we about to see some crazy action, man. And this is what the world will call, I think I saw this title before, this is what the world called Leviathan, God's pet fish. Because the Most High about to unleash his watery pet, his aquatic fish upon the world, man. And he's not some little fish in a little, small little fish bowl, man. Okay? Many mythologies and many folklore wrote about creatures like this. In Greek mythology, I believe they call them the Kraken or Scylla, what's the name? Typhon. There you go. They call him Typhon in Greek mythology. In Germanic and Norse mythology, they call him Jormungandr. Okay, because in the mythology and Norse mythology, they said that this sea-like monster was so big, it was like a snake, a sea snake that was so big that would wrap his tail around the world. And that's Norse mythology. And that was created by Jake anyway, because Jake was still in a paganistic way of life, the Southern Kingdom. But it shows you many mythologies right about these leviathans, man, these sea creatures. Okay. Hey, why do you think many cultures throughout the world have figures and carvings and symbolisms of dragons? That's not no little coincidence, because dragons do exist. That's according to the Bible. Okay. Dragons do exist according to the Bible, man. And they exist in reality. Okay? You check out the word Leviathan, it actually, in blue letter, the meaning, it says dragon, man. The definitions, one of the definitions is dragons. Why do you think why do you think Esau loved making these dragon movies? Him riding on dragons and shit. That's just Jake's blessing, not his. Shit, Lord's well, I get a dragon in the kingdom. And you know what's crazy? Growing up, I love, the aquatic world. Even if it's mythological or actual reality, I always love the studies and the biology of the aquatic world. Even when I used to like watching monsters. I used to like watching movies about sea monsters, because they would always amuse me, because I knew that here it is, Esau would make movies about these creatures all the time. So they have to exist, man. And Esau even admitted, even DARPA, okay? The underground water facilities, man, they know that Leviathan exists, man. They have something, they catch up, even in their radars, they catch up a creature called they call it the blob, or the bloom. There was this chaotic, how can I describe it? Esau and DARPA and their underground water facilities and their radars, they catch a big huge war, like a big huge monstrous wars in the depths of the sea. And it was so big that Esau catch all of this frequency in their radars, man. Esau knows. He be catching ginormous squids, man. Did you know that a colossal squid's eyes is bigger than a dinner plate, man? It's bigger than a dinner plate. And sometimes a colossal squid can be the size of a submarine. That's why Esau be terrified when he go down to them shores, man. The underground, them sea waters, man. The depths of the sea. Because he know there's something down there, man, that we shouldn't be knowing about, man. Only the Most High knows. All right, and when you read Job 41, 1-12, that's when they make the movie Godzilla from. Okay, let me read it. I'm gonna go back to 6. Will fishermen bargain over him? Will merchants cut him up to sell? Can you fill his hide with fishing spears? Right, because back in the day, like for example, the pirates. They show you that in a game, Assassin's Creed's Black Flag. In reality, this is when Esau was coming to discover the New World. They will hunt. They will go to the Caribbean and hunt ginormous fish. And sometimes there'll be fish that be bigger than cars. There'll be fish that be bigger than buses and boats, man. Okay. They show you that in the game Assassin's Creed's Black Flag. And they will hang. Sometimes when they catch bigger fish, they'll also hang it up into a rope and sell the fish. They show you that in the hey, that's another example. Moby Dick. All right, Moby Dick. That's another example. Here it is, Esau wicked ass trying to catch this beautiful ginormous sperm whale, and the whale was kicking their asses, man. One whale was outsmarting everybody. That's why they made the movie Jaws, man. And hey, you know, when you watch that movie Jaws, the only thing he was terrorizing was those Edomites. If you leave the shark alone, he ain't nothing. He ain't worrying about you, man. But Esau, he will take the extra length. If one sea creature takes one Edomite, then everybody got to take the sea creature. Everybody, they got to make this sea creature, this sea animal as a villain. All right. Fucking devil, man. That's why in the kingdom we gonna feed Leviathan, all these sea monsters, from sharks to even fucking sperm whales. We gonna feed them Edomite flesh, man. Y'all gonna be the bait. Y'all wanna antagonize these animals like sharks and stuff like that, you know, or orcas and wanna kill off whales and shit. Hey man, they gonna be bringing hell upon your ass. Every single form of life is gonna be terrorizing Esau, even Leviathan, man. It says, yeah, 7. Can you feel this high with fishing spears? Right, like I said, back in the day, like in the 17th, from the 15th to 1800s to the 15th century to the 18th century, a lot of the Edomites, they'll be in pirate groups and they will hunt down big ass fish. And like I said, there'll be some fish that'll be the size, it'll be salmon. The Lord is beautiful, man. He's the author of beauty. He be creating all types of creatures, man. It'll be salmons or sharks that be bigger than cars, buses, ships, and they be putting it up in them ropes, man. I'm advising you, brothers, when y'all get the chance, watch that check up on YouTube Assassin's Creed Black Flag. They show you that in the game where there's missions where you can go with these pirate groups and hunt big fish, man. And you can either hunt a big ass hammerhead shark, a whale, or a fucking octopus, or a colossal squid, and they show you how big these creatures are, man. So, but Esau, he wants to, he will attack those creatures, but he ain't gonna attack Leviathan. All right, he ain't gonna kill a Leviathan, man. I mean, he is gonna attack, but he's not gonna succeed. He's gonna fail. It says, touch him once and you will never try it again. You will never fight. He says, you will never forget the fight. Anyone who sees Leviathan loses courage and falls to the ground. Right, when you see Leviathan, your heart is gonna stop, man, because he's so ginormous and monstrous and so gigantic. He can make you into a fucking ant, man. That's how big he is, man. It says when he is aroused, he is fierce. That's another term. They got something called megalophobia, when people are afraid of big, huge, ginormous things, man, like buildings and stuff like that, or somewhere where things are bigger than them. That's an actual thing called megalophobia. Well, y'all about to have true megalophobia when you see Leviathan. This is 11. Who can attack him and still be safe? No one in all the world can do it, right? You cannot attack Leviathan, man. 12. Let me tell you about Leviathan's legs and describe how great and strong he is. No one can tear off his outer coat or pierce the armor he wears. Who can make him open his jaws, a ring with those terrifying teeth? His back is made of rows of shields, right? Because when you look at the movie Godzilla, Godzilla has spikes on his back, and that's an actual creature. But in Japan, they'll call it a kaiju, or but they'll in modern terms, dinosaur. All right. So when you watch the movie Godzilla, all them spikes that go from his back to his neck to all the way down to his tail, that's an actual thing, because many dinosaurs have that. Okay, many Leviathan to behemoths, and then behemoth in the scriptures is speaking about the Brachiosaurus. which one of the biggest land animals that ever stomped on the earth, man. I remember that scene in Jurassic Park when they was in the Jeep and they turned and they saw that ginormous dinosaur eating that ginormous tree. Well, that's a brachiosaurus or a brontosaurus. Okay, those what's it called? Sauropods, the long neck dinosaurs, if I'm not mistaken. But that shows you that Esau knows that these animals that Esau knows that these type of creatures and animals exist because he keep on making movies about them. All right. It says his back is made of rows of shields fastened together and hard as stone. Each one is joined tight to the next. Not even a breath can come between. They all are fastened to firmly. It says they are all fastened so firmly together that nothing can even pull them apart. Right? When I remember that scene in Godzilla, in the movie Godzilla 2014, when it was in San Francisco, when he was at the bridge scene, in a jet. Actually, the jet was trying to. It was a F-22 jet was trying to fly through the spikes of Godzilla's back, and he crashed into Godzilla's back. No. That's in No, that was in the Pacific Rim. Right, that was in Pacific Rim. All right, one of the monsters was attacking the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge, and one of the jets hit the kaiju, man. And he was trying to dip. He was trying to move out the way, but he didn't have enough time, so he died. So that's how it's gonna be, man. Hey, a plane could crash into Leviathan. It's gonna be like a fly, like. Man, fuck out of here, man. Let me attack this city. But hey, man, that's how it's gonna be. Okay. It says light flashes when he sneezes, and his eyes glow like the rising sun. Flames blaze from his mouth, and streams of sparks fly out. That's where they get Godzilla's ability from. That's what's called the atomic breath. When he breathes out that fire, man. And every time he shoot out that fire, his eyes go up as well. Okay, because the more radiation that Godzilla eat, he's a walking atomic bomb. Okay. So hey man, you about that, and that's not just Leviathan. That's why they got these creatures called dragons. Those are actual creatures according to the scriptures, man. They're gonna be dragons that be bigger than buildings. A dragon that's the size of a truck. A dragon. Hey, they show you that in the movie. I used to grow up. I love this movie, man. How to Train the Dragons, man. And those Vikings in that movie represented Jake, man. Okay? You had dragons that come in different colors and shapes, man. And adapted to their environment. Well, that's how the Lord's going to show these newly created creatures, man. He's going to show you creatures that you never thought even existed, man. This is his breath. This is 21. His breath starts fire burning. His breath starts fires burning. His flames. Ooh, I skipped this. I skipped the scripture. This is Job 41:20. Smoke comes out. It says smoke comes pouring out of his nose like smoke from weeds burning under a pot. His breath starts fires burning. Flames leap out of his mouth. His neck is so powerful that all who meet him are terrified. There is not a weak spot in his skin. It is as hard and unyielding as iron. His stony heart is without fear, as yielding and hard as a millstone. So, hey, Leviathan, or the classification of species known as Leviathans, like how we're called Israel. Well, you know, you got actual the progenitor, the father of Israel is, you know, Israel, Jacob. But his name is changed to Israel. But the specific, the plural of Leviathans, those creatures, they're so indestructible that nothing can harm them. And the main Leviathan, okay, nothing can harm Leviathan, man. Okay, the main, the king of the monsters, the true Leviathan, nothing can harm him, man. Not a missile, not a nuke, not a jet, nothing can harm Leviathan, man. Okay, you're about to see, these people are about to see that what we've been preaching for all these years is about to come to reality. What they be seeing on TV, what they thought was just a TV or a movie. Hey, man, a TV show, all that shit about to come to reality, man. It's gonna be wrapped up into one mega movie, man. I'm gonna change gears real quick. All right, and you're about to see so-called black, Hispanic, Native American men with supernatural capabilities. Like I said about the brother. Hey, brother lives in London. You British, y'all better run, man. Cause that brother, the Lord might turn that brother into a Super Saiyan, a whole X-Men. Well, I mean the brother on the comment board. But, hey man, the Lord is about to turn us into supernatural beings, man. This is Psalms. The Psalms 82 and 6. Yep. The Psalms 82 and 6. I have said you are gods, and all of you are the children of the Most High. So, hey, man, Israelite man is about to turn into a god, man. Okay? The brothers that you see on the highways and hedges that have been prophesying for many years, you're about to see them turn into real life Viltrumites. All right, that's what we're about to be. We're about to be real life Viltrumites, man. Okay, if you watch that show, Invincible, them Viltrumites, man, they're supernatural beings, man. All right, godlike beings, man. That's what the Lord about turns his men. All right, those that call on the name of Yahweh Ahshamiah Raahwaban with truth and sincerity. No matter where you are, no matter what you look like, no matter where you're scattered, man. If you're part of the elect, the Lord's gonna turn you into a walking weapon, man. Hey, man, Lord's will, Lord's will, man. I'll be a real life fucking Omni-Man upon these fucking people, man. Just ragdoll the shit out of these fucking people, man. That's the power that we about to have, man. Toss a nigga to the moon. Start levitating, flying, man. Ramming through the buildings, man. That's what you're about to see. You're about to see so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American men with supernatural capabilities, man. That you thought was just comic book and fictional, man. But now it's about to be reality. The Lord said, ye are gods, man. Okay? Brother's gonna be the real life Superman, real life Spider-Man, the real life Hulk. Hey, the elder Baraka Ali, he might turn to the Incredible Hulk, man. The elder Baraka Ali, the Benjaminite brother, the elder out in LA, he might turn to the Incredible Hulk, man. All right? He about to be turned to Juggernaut or some shit, man. You know, Benjamin is wild, man. But that's what we're about to be, man. Real life superheroes. This is this is Jeremiah. Yeah. This is Jeremiah 51 and 20. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war. For with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee I will destroy the kingdoms. So, hey, like how you carry a battle axe in your hand, hey, the men of Yahweh Ahshamiah Raahwaban are about to be actual battle axes and weapons of war. Okay? And we're going to put these heathens down, man. Anybody that oppose, that are against the rulership or the establishment, the government of Yahweh Ahshamiah Raahwaban is about to be thrown to the fucking moon. All right, their brains gonna be bashed to the fucking pavement, man. And we're not gonna be just regular men. All right, because let's just imagine if Jake took this role over as regular men, we'll be through, man. Esau would eviscerate us, man. But the Lord's gonna upgrade us into that spiritual power. Okay, like the elder apostle Gabar. All right, he said a gun. Who needs a fucking gun, man? Like how he said, like how Magneto said in X-Men, you humans and your guns. We don't need a fucking gun, man. We don't need a shotgun, a pistol, or AK-47. Fuck all that, man. Imagine you just rip a nigga in half with telekinesis. Imagine you just obliterate somebody with heat vision, man. Or just one karate chop, their whole body explode, man. I'm telling you, man, we're about to be turned to real life Viltrumites. And these people are about to be the targets, man. Like how we're fishers of men, the Lord's going to turn us into hunters of men. And these people are about to be the hunted, while we are the hunters. All right, so the Lord's going to use us as battle axes and weapons of war, man. It's Isaiah 41:15. Behold, I'll make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth. So we're gonna be a threshing instrument. We're like how in the show Invincible, them Viltrumites, they don't need a sword, they don't need a gun, they don't need body suits. They're walking weapons. They themselves are weapons, man. How much is the men of Yahweh Ahshamiah Raahwaban? And we're gonna put these Edomites down, these Hamites, these Japhites, and all these nations, and the 2/3. And those that oppose against Yahweh Ahshamiah Raahwaban will be destroyed and killed by the men of Yahweh Ahshamiah Raahwaban. Because we about to take this world over, man. And do not let these mortal looks don't let these mortal looks fool you, man. The Lord's gonna turn us into gods, man. Superhuman gods. Okay, you people are gonna be still mortals, man. All right. So I'm gonna read this one more last time. This is Isaiah 41:15. Behold, I'll make thee a new sharp threshing instrument, having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and beat them small, and shalt thou make the hills as chaff. So right, and when you read the Bible, mountains represents governments. Okay, hills and mountains represents governments and rulerships. So when it means Mount Seir, it's not just talking about the actual Mount Seir, actually means the governments of Mount Seir, which is the governments of Esau, because Esau inhabited Mount Seir. Okay, like or Mount Zion. It's not talking about actual Mount Zion. I'm speaking about the people Mount Zion. Okay, that government of Mount Zion. All right, that's why the Lord called us Zion, man, because we are His precious people. All right, but the Lord's gonna turn His precious men into precious weapons, man, indestructible weapons. Can you imagine? Hey, man, I say this. I say this all the time. When you work around Edomites, man, the one thing that they're afraid of is a black man at their job, man. Why you not smiling? Why you not happy? Why you don't got a smile on your face? Because there's nothing to smile about when we're in captivity, man. And Esau, like I said, Esau is afraid when there's a black man or an Israelite man at their job. How much is an Israelite man with spiritual power? That's going to be terrifying. If you think JJ at your job or Tyrone at your job is a scary, angry black man, that ain't nothing, man. All right, that ain't shit. Can you imagine JJ and Tyrone had the ability, man, they going to be turned into fucking Super Saiyans, man? Hey, man, Lord, I'll pray that the Lord give me that Viltrumite power, man. Because I love watching that show, and I love reading the comics of Invincible, man. I pray that the Lord make me like that character Thrag, man, or Omni-Man. That's the type of shit that we about to be, man. The average, listen, man, the brothers that's in this truth, you about to turn into Viltrumites, man. Real life Viltrumites. You about to turn into Omni-Man. Fucking lift up the whole wall and just smash a nigga with it, man. That's how you about to be, man. Or throw a car at a nigga, man. See, these people are prideful, man. These people don't understand that they're just flesh bags. They just spirits and just in the bags of flesh. They don't understand that how vulnerable they are. That's what term I'm looking for. Vulnerable they are. They're useless, man. All right, they can do 1,000 push-ups, but they can't fight against a person with supernatural powers, man. Just one karate chop a nigga head, his whole shit split in half or some shit. Okay, so hey, man, the Lord's about to turn us up, man. He about to upgrade us, man. Let me read 14. This is Isaiah 41:14. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, even if Israel, like I said, if Israel and these mortal human bodies trying to take over the world, it'll be impossible. Because Esau will fucking obliterate us, man. He will wipe us off the map with the technology that he has. His blessing is the sword. So if Jake pick up the sword, you're fighting against somebody that's a professional with the sword. You about to get yourself killed, man. That's why the Lord's about to give His men supernatural capabilities, man. Starting with the elect. Okay, like it says, fear not thy worm Jacob. A worm doesn't have defense mechanisms. A worm doesn't have claws or teeth. All right, he doesn't have ability to camouflage to his environment. A worm is a worm. A worm can be on the sidewalk. A bird can just fly by, pick it up with his beak, and fly away, man. The worm can't do nothing. Just accept it, man. Okay. But the Lord is about to turn us into super worms. And the reason why the Lord called us worms because these nations, they can do anything to us, man. And there's nothing that we can do about it. We can march, protest, and do all this shit that Jake like to do. But Jake, you ain't getting nothing done, man. Okay? So, hey, how about Shimei Awashai is going to be our Redeemer, man? This is, fear not thy worm, Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, save the Lord of hosts. Just like you say, save the Lord, how about Shimei Awashai, and thy Redeemer. So the Lord's going to redeem us, man. He's going to redeem us. He's going to beam us. He's going to change us into superheroes, man. The Israelites are going to be turned into superheroes, man. I'm praying, man. Lord, how about Shimei Awashai? I pray that you turn me to fucking Omni-Man. A whole Thrag, a Frieza type character, man. What's that character? Sentry? Hey, man. Hey, I was watching that movie, The Thunderbolts, which in the movie they should have called themselves the Thunderbolts, but they called themselves the New Avengers, which I didn't like about that. But Sentry, man, hey, man. Sentry was whooping them niggas' asses, man, when the whole team was trying to jump on him. And he didn't even have to move, man. He just had to stand there and just push the niggas out the way, man. And they just all wounded and sick. That's how we gonna treat Esau, man. Esau gonna send his super soldiers to Yahweh's superheroes, man. Supermen. That's something that's way out of your league, Esau. This is Isaiah 41 and 14, and I will help thee, the Lord. It says, I will help thee, save the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. So the Lord's gonna help us. He's not gonna leave us. He's not gonna leave us to be destroyed by these heathens. No, he's gonna help us, man. I'm gonna grab one more last scripture. Actually, I'm gonna grab this scripture. This is 1 Corinthians. 1 Corinthians 50. Now it says, now this I say, brethren, that flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of Yahweh Shimei Awashai, neither doth corruption inherit incorruption. For behold, I will show you a mystery. We shall all not sleep, but we shall all be changed. Okay, so the Lord's going to change this, man. From these mortal fleshly cages of darkness into that supernatural blessing, man. That heavenly body. Okay? It says, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, and we shall be changed. Okay, so in the blink of an eye, when them chariots come, when the day of salvation occurs, hey, in the blink of an eye, we're going to get beamed up into them chariots, man. And our whole visage, our whole body's going to be, hey, man, we're not going to look like this in the kingdom, man. Yeah, we're going to be superhumanoids, like them Viltrumites, man, but way better. Okay? This is, It's 52. In the moment, in the twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet, for the trumpet shall sound, and the dead shall be raised incorruptible, we shall be changed. For this corruption must put on incorruption, and this mortal must put on immortality. So when this corruptible shall put on incorruption, and this mortal shall put on immortality, then shall be brought to pass the saying that is written, death is swallowed up in victory. Oh, death, where is thy sting? Oh, grave, where is thy victory? So, hey, man, when we get them brand new bodies, no Israelite in the kingdom is going to die. No Israelite in the kingdom is going to get sick, man. No Israelite in the kingdom is going to be afraid of anything, man. Getting mosquito bites or acne or fucking back problems. We're not going to get the shit that we have now. All right? We're going to be changed and transformed into something far greater than these human bodies. Man, like how I keep on bringing up them characters, them Viltrumites. I was checking up their wiki in the Invincible fandom. Like how Kryptonians and Asgardians in the comic books, or like those Eternals, they look human out of outward appearance, but they're a complete different species, but they look human on the outward appearance. We won't be like that, man. The Lord is going to upgrade us so much, man. We're going to be like a complete different creature, man. A whole complete different, how can I say it, man? A whole different creature. A whole different humanoid being, man. Like how Esau be trying to talk about how he like how Esau trying to differentiate between humans and apes. Well, it's gonna be huge. What's the term? A huge differentiation between Israelites and humans, man. You heathens. We may gonna have the same appendages, like lips, eyes, nose, hair, teeth, skin. But we're a whole different creation, whole different species, whole different race, man. Okay, that's gonna be ruling on this planet. And we're gonna rule with them extraterrestrial bodies, man. So with that, call Allah Yahweh by Ahshamiah Raahwaban, by Shimmer Kadash, to face the east. Call Allah Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Shimmer Kadash. Double honors to the elders apostles, great millstone, peace and salutations to all my fellow Akim Akwat out there that follow Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai with truth and sincerity. I like to say, Shalom.